Hey guys, it's me, Kate again. So in this one I'll be talking about my Booklist Queen's 2022 Reading Challenge TBR. I do not have TBR set for all the poems, but I'm planning to kick those out with as I go, so we'll see what book fits what prompt. So the first prompt is by read a book by author you love. I'm planning to reread The Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, in which we are following Feyre, who one day while hunting for her family accidentally kills a Fey wolf, who turns out to be a Fey shifter, and then his boss comes and takes her to his palace. The second prompt is to read the 2021 Goodreads winner, and I'm planning to read The Court of Silver Flames, the fourth full-length novel in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, in which we are following Feyre's older sister Nesta. Then book becoming a movie in 2022. I'm not sure which books are becoming movies 2022, so I'll need to do a little research on that. Then prompt 4 is book with a twist, and I'm planning to reread Blood Trust by Eric von Something, in which we are following former first daughter of US and the guy working for the current president regarding his predecessor's deaths, and then their daughter and the guy have to do stuff regarding that. So prompt 5 is to read a speculative fiction, and I'm planning to read The Night Circus, where we are following two magicians who are trying to compete with each other without knowing who their opponent is or why are they competing with each other. And their stage is this circus that normally appears at night with no warning. And prompt number 6 is read a book with a bird on the cover. My edition of The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden has a bird on the cover. And in that series, in that book and in the whole trilogy, Winter Night trilogy, we are following Vasya, who can see all the Russian spirits. And one day when her father remarried, her stepmother brings priests with her. And her stepmother can also see those spirits, but thinks they are demons. And now when the priest comes, he starts converting the whole village to Christianity, meaning that the old spirits don't get sacrifices they need. Then prompt 7 is a book about difficult choice. That one I don't know what I'm going to read for, and published in 2022. I have to find a book published in 2022, considering that I'm filming this literally on the 3rd of January of 2022. So then for a book with a name in the title, I have one right next to me, literally. Felix Ever After by Kenson Calendar. So in this one we are following a boy named Felix who is black, trans, and queer, and in school he starts to be a victim of transphobic bullying. Then there's a prompt by read a local author, a book by a local author. That I don't think there's any local authors to me, but Sanja Polak, author of Dnevnik Paulina P, is from Croatia, so I'm going to read Dnevnik Paulina P. Then we have to read a book where the book worth to be a book club book, and for that I'll be reading Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, in which we are following Kat, who is just about to go to college and wants to be romantic with her twin sister. But her twin wants to meet new people, so Kat ends up with a different roommate, and stuff goes from there. Then for prompts 12, 13, and 14, I currently don't have books, but I'll find them. So I need to go and see what 2021 bestsellers were. And I need to find the book from the genre I don't usually read. And I need to read the Shakespearean play, which I don't think is ever gonna happen. So then point 14 is to read a book with a third words title. So I'm planning to read Girl Online by Zoe Sag, in which you are following Penny and Noah as they are Penny, who is a blogger, and she goes with her family to New York, where her parents are planning a wedding, and there she meets Noah, who is there because his grandmother is catering the wedding. The next prompt is to read the book with a Muslim protagonist. I'll have to find it. Then I have then is the prompt to read a book set in 1980s. I'll have to find one of those also. Now we have 18. Turns to wrong page. For prompt 18, which is Asian American author and Pacific Islander author, I am planning to read The Lifeboat Taipei by Abigail Heng Wen, where we are following a girl whose parents whose parents sent her to this summer educational program in Taiwan, which ends up being a summer-long party. The author is Asian American herself. Then we have to prompt to read the book from the bottom of your TBR. I found really good one for that. War Storm by Victoria Aveyard. So this is the fourth book in the Red Queen series, and we are following the Mara, who is a red. And in this world, the Reds do not have powers and Silvers do. Turns out, Mara does have powers, which leads her to this political plotline. Of course, this one will be at the bottom of my TBR, because what other book would be if not that one? Then for prompt 20, I currently don't have a book, which is to read a literary fiction, not something that I usually read. And then we have a book recommended on Instagram. I'm planning to reread On This Black Sands by Vanessa Rassanen, where we are following Orphe and Declan. Orphe being an heir to the council, which is this body that rules this town, and Declan being a pirate who needs her help. Then we have LGBTQIA+ book, for which I am reading Flashfire by T.J. Klune, which is second book to The Extraordinaries. We are following Nick Bell, who is obsessed with extraordinaries, which are these people with powers and something like superhumans. So he even writes fan fiction about extraordinaries. The books are really fun actually. Then for to read a book with everybody's talking about, I'm planning to read A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second book in a Court of Thorns and Roses series. And I need to go and see what the book is the Pulitzer Prize winner, because I never heard of that prize before. Then I need to read the book with blue cover, and I'm planning to read Gorgana's Secret, where we are following a girl named Gorgana who disguised as a boy, lives on her father's ship and gets bored by other sailor kids. And one day when new lieutenant of the ship saves her, she is questioning, should she tell him the truth about herself or not? Then we have a book by the author who shares your initials. I still haven't found the author with initials KM. So if you know an author by initials KM, drop it down below with some recommendations. Then the prompt is to read an epic adventure, and I'm planning to reread The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, which is the first book in the Stormlight Archive series, and we are following war between Naleti and the Parshendi, which started a few hundred years ago when Parshendi killed the Naleti king, and now they're only fighting to control shard blades, which are these magical swords and shields. And then is to read a guilty pleasure read, and I'm planning to read The Girl Online on Tor. The next prompt is to listen to an audiobook. I'll tick that off as I go. Then is to read a book with a catchy title. Actually, I just finished this book yesterday from when I'm filming this, but it still was on my TBR for the challenge. It was Lifelike by J. Christoph. So in this one we are following a girl who, while going through the trash, finds this robot, which is one of Lifelikes, which are basically cyborgs. So they are human-looking robots, so they even have human skin on them. It's really weird, I have to say that. I'm saying that I already read it, so I know it's hella weird. So the next prompt is to read a book about nature. I'll take that off as I go. Then is to read two books by the same author. So I'm planning to read A Court of Wings and Wind and The Court of Frost and Silence by Sarah J. Maas, which are third book, and then a novella in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. Then again, these two books by the same author. I'm planning to read Aurora Rising and Aurora Burning, first two books in Aurora Cycle series, because I'm wanting to read the third one, but my memory is really failing me, so I'm going to reread them. They're both by Amy Kaufman and Jay Christoph, and in them we are following Squad 312, which is basically a band of misfits who need to save the galaxy. You can think how that goes. The next prompt is to read a YA fantasy, and I'm planning to reread Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Then prompt 35 is to read a book purchased in a bookstore, and I'm planning to reread The Secret of Ella and Miha, which is about Ella and Miha who were best friends growing up, but they lost contact after Ella ran away from college, and now she's coming back for the summer. Then 36, for prom 36 is Secrets of Ella and Mika, and prom 36 is Family Drama, but for prom 35 I'm reading Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And then prom 37 is classic you adore, you avoid it, but I'm going to reread Ramayana by Arikel Nayaran, and that's short and prose version of an Indian epic in which we are following mythical Indian King Rama, who was exiled for 13 years. Then to read the book set in Africa. Currently don't know which one I'll read for that, as well as for the prom 39 to read the book recommended by a librarian. Then the next book is prompt is to read a book by a British author. I'm going to reread The Girl Online Going Solo. Then it's a prompt to reread a favorite, and I'm going to reread A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee, in which we are following Monty, who is just about to go on to his grand tour with his sister and his best friend, who he might or may not be in love with, and shenanigans ensue. The next prompt is to read the book under 300 pages, and I'm planning to reread Witchblood by Lisa Casey, which is first book in the Kitsune Chronicles, in which we are following Sebastian, who is a Kitsune, which is Japanese nine-tailed fox spirit, who a year ago ran away from her home because something happened. We get that what happened in the prologue, and he now bumps into Liam, who is an alpha werewolf who actually saved him a year ago. Then it's a prompt to read a spooky read, I'll find one. Then a non-fiction bestseller, I'm not even sure I own any of those. Then it's a book about life. I'm going to reread All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson, which is his memoir of being Black and Queer. Then we have Reese Witherspoon's book club pick, which I currently don't have any in plan to read. Then we have a book that makes you laugh, for which I will be reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Harry Potter books always make me laugh for various reasons. Then the last prompt I do have a book for is historical, which is a historical novel where I'll be reading The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, which is a sequel to A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and we're following Monty's sister as the main character. And the rest of the poems is a new 2022 release. I don't have any. Inspiring memoir. I already used one for that. I'm not sure if it can double up, but I probably will. Then to read the cozy mystery. I don't know what would classify as a cozy mystery. And the last prompt is you own but haven't read. We'll see what's going. When I get to that prompt, I'll pick one. So yeah, if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Down below you have my social media, my email, and some other stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.